Hi everyone, we have two new events that are currently live in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The first one is the Mass Outbreak event, where you'll be able to find different forms of Tatsugiri. First of all, we have Curly form of Tatsugiri in Paldea, Droopy form in Kitakami, and Stretchy form in Blueberry Academy. This event will run until August 8th of 2024, so go ahead and definitely get this Pokemon. You also have a higher chance of finding shinies, so this is definitely the time. The second part of the event is the 7-star Tera Raid Battle event for Dondozo with Water Tera type. In this case, Dondozo has Unaware ability, with moveset being Wave Crash, Order Up, Earthquake, Avalanche, and additional moves being Yarn and Curse. In this case, I would definitely recommend using Vileplume. I think it's a really good Pokemon against Dondozo. But you can also use Miraidon, which I think is way more better. The same goes for Bellibolt as well. In this case, I would say Parabolic Charge with Bellibolt would definitely work very well. There are other Pokemons that you could use, such as Appleton. I think Abroville will be a good choice as well. You can definitely try using Sinistcha as well as Quagsire. I think some of these are really good choices. I did try using Lurantis, but it actually did not work out. So I wouldn't really recommend this one. But in my case, I'm definitely going to try using Miraidon. It is a Pokemon that I already have, which I have leveled up. Although I do have to train it in special attack. Probably you would need defense as well, considering that there is Earthquake. So this is what I've trained it up for. Just special attack and defense with the moveset Parabolic Charge, Charge, Electro Drift and Metal Sound. Now if you're planning to use Bellibolt, I would definitely recommend the following moveset. You can have Acid Spray, Parabolic Charge. Possibly you could have Charge move as well. I think these three moveset with Metal Sound would work very well. In my case, I'm just using Miraidon, so let's see how this goes. There are definitely a couple of things that I actually missed the very first time I battled with Miraidon, which is right here on screen. I'm just going to discuss on that and maybe you'll be able to improve on this moveset. So this time I actually got... Alright, we have at least a Bellibolt on team, which I think is pretty good. It also used Light Screen, which is quite helpful. My whole strategy is to try and use as many metal sounds as possible, as much as I can actually survive the Earthquake, and then go with a Charge, which I think will actually power up my moves. The very next turn, I'm just gonna go with Parabolic Charge. Unfortunately here, Dondozo will actually pull out your Terra Orb Charge at the third turn, so you'll not be able to terrestrialize. Hopefully this Parabolic Charge will be much more powerful. Went with a Electro Drift instead, and as you can see I did massive damage. I was also able to heal back all the HP, but I wonder if I'll be actually surviving the next couple of turns. Either way, we have already done most of the damage that was required. I believe I would have been able to do more damage if it wasn't for the fact that I missed one Metal Sound. Metal Sound is a move that you can miss, so do be careful with it. But once you do get -6 special defense, I think it's pretty easy to just one-shot it. Especially if you do have a really good trained special attack Miraidon. In my case, it's not, so I'm just using whatever I have here. Unfortunately, Miraidon did go down after a couple of turns, but it's still pretty fine as we do have a lot of time. Alright, there we go, we are back. Thankfully, I do have a Bellibolt, which is doing pretty good damage on the Dondozo in the meantime, which means I don't really have to worry about taking it down. The Earthquakes at this point is also pretty powerful, and this is one of the main reasons why I would definitely recommend having an Intimidator on team. If you do have it, I think you'll be able to avoid this amount of damage. I'm just going to go with Electric Drift. Hopefully all of these moves will just pile up on it before the timer runs out. We're pretty close. I got another crit hit, but that's still fine. At the end here, I was finally able to terrestrialize, so I think we'll be able to win this battle right here. Although I'm quite not satisfied with this turn, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try out this battle once more. Maybe this time in my other version of the game. But here we go. We have defeated Dondozo without too much issues. Even with me getting such a bad luck, with my moves missing and not really being able to do the same amount of damage I was expecting, I was still able to take it down. So I think this one is pretty easy. Let's see what are the rewards. Ooh, alright. We got a couple of bitter herbs as well as a sour herba mystica, which is pretty helpful. There we go. I believe Dondozo is pretty easy to defeat as long as you're able to have a pretty good strategy. The same thing goes for using Belly Bolt. As long as you're able to use Parabolic Charge and equip it with Metronome, I think it will be a clean sweep. Either way, let me give this one another try. But here we are. This is the second time I'm trying the same strategy just to see how easy it would be if all three of my metal sounds do actually land. Alright, this time I got lucky with 2 intimidators, which is pretty helpful. Immediately I went with a metal sound and we get hit by an avalanche, which really didn't do much. Of course, the yawn as well. If you do get hit by a yawn, do not worry about it. It will not really affect you, especially since there is a electric terrain. This time, I was lucky enough to have all 3 metal sounds actually hit, which is really good. Once this happens, I'm just gonna go ahead and try charging my Miraidon and then see which move I can actually use. I'm able to survive all of these earthquakes, which is really good. Going with an Electro Drift, and that was a massive damage. I believe if I had a perfect stats for special attack and defense, I think I would have one-shot it right here. If you do manage to do that, this is pretty easy. You'll be able to clear it out within 5 minutes. We do get hit by a Wave Crush right here, which is pretty powerful, even though it's not effective. But that's alright. Even though our stats are reset, we're still able to do pretty good damage. I believe in the next turn it will definitely go down. Yep, there we go. The other team members are also doing pretty well. So we were able to take it down within a couple of turns. This was much easier. I would definitely recommend this strategy. If you still want to use your Belly Bolt as you do have it, go ahead and try that out. Let me know how easy it was to defeat Dondozo with Belly Bolt. In this case, let me see what rewards we do get. And alright, we get another Sour Herba Mystica. Alright, hope you all got some tips from this. I believe you'll be able to use other Pokemons other than these two. I have seen a lot of people using Vileplume, which I think is a pretty interesting Pokemon to use. Let me know in the comment section which Pokemon you have used to defeat Dondozo. Alright, that's all I had for this video. I hope this video was a bit more helpful and hopefully you'll be able to defeat Dondozo as well. Now, if you like this video, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it really helps me a lot. If you'd like to support me more, check out the links down in my description. But I'll see you all in the next one.